What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders and the House of the Dragon. You guys can't see my face because I am not at the home office. I'm on a cruise in the middle of nowhere, actually in the middle of the Caribbean, but having a good time, having a blast, but I'm still trying to make videos. I just don't have the ability to have my face being shown because I don't have my camera. 1 second. All right, so anyways, looking at this here. Looking at BCH versus BTC, you can see that we've taken a little bit of a loss since our recent highs in the beginning of April here. And while that is a little bit discouraging, it's not completely exciting to see. I am excited about one thing. If we look at this, we look at BCH versus BTC here, and we go back to, let's say, November. I think it was this high here. Yeah, November 21st. The reason that this level is significant is because this here was actually the BTC low of the bear market right here, this specific peak in BCH. And what's significant about this is we are still above that peak, even with the drop that we've seen across the markets recently. Go back to BTC USD here. We've got this low back in November 21st of 2022. That was the low. BCH versus BTC still maintaining higher values, higher valuations versus BTC since the bear market lows, even with the drop that's taken place across the board. If we go to Ethereum, the second highest valued crypto versus market cap valuation versus BTC here, you can see that we are at lows that we haven't seen since 2021, all the way back in April. And it looks like we very well could be going lower. This week the RSI looks bad. It looks like it wants to go lower. So I'm just saying, in comparison to ETH, in comparison to Matic, Link, a lot of different cryptos that are like top tier cryptos, even higher market caps than BCH currently has, BCH is holding up rather well. And I think that speaks volumes to all the things that we all believe in, that we're all expecting to see for BCH. Versus BTC, you know, I'm thinking we're going to be anywhere from like 8 to 10% at the top of the cycle versus BTC. We have a long ways to go, but also in the price, according to the price here, I think things are definitely different. If you're curious and you have the time, I really would suggest looking at your favorite altcoin, whatever coins you're looking at, scoping out some coins maybe that you haven't looked at before. Check them versus the BTC pair. See where they're at in value compared to where the BTC lows were back in November. This is a very telling time. If your cryptos are worth more versus BTC than they were at the low point, at the bear cycle lows, while most cryptos, a lot of top tier cryptos, are at lower valuations versus that same time, I think that is a telltale sign that these cryptos are going to do well through the cycle. In BCH, no surprise to the Dragon Riders, we're going to do some very exceptionally phenomenal things for this cycle. We did have bearish divergence up here, high, lower high, a little bit of a double top. The divergence formed here. We went a little bit below it. We could stand to go a little bit lower. Sitting at 504 now with the current low at 503, we absolutely could go a little bit lower. You know, $410 is on the table. If we take the relative low that we just placed over here, there is that 0.69 area at about 435. So we could go a little bit lower. Looking at the daily here, finding support at the 618, coming up, finding resistance at the 382 area. That would kind of indicate that we could go to the 786 or 886. That 786 lining up at about 406 lines up very well with that 382 from the larger fib that we had from this kind of larger phase of consolidation. So we could go a little bit lower. That's nothing to be worried about, but we might not. That really, you guys, this really could be the low for BCH right now. Either way, looking at the daily RSI, it does stand to believe that we could go lower. We tried to get out of the bearish area of control. Tried to get out of it, but we couldn't. So it would stand to believe that we could go lower, and that's okay. Again, the areas that I would look to find support, especially being that this is a 1 attempt, 2 attempts, this would be the 3rd attempt. I would expect that we'd hold support at 406. What is this? Let's see, 406.50 to 378, somewhere in there. I'm not expecting that we break $400. We could. I'm not expecting that we do, but if we do, we're still totally fine. Nonetheless, I do think BCH has lower to go. I think it will be some time before we start turning up again. I think it's going to be probably months, at least 2 months, if not upwards to like 4 months or more months before BCH sees prices that are higher than this relative high that we've seen at about 720. Of course, I could be wrong on that. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. I would welcome it. I'm sure we all would. Would love to see this above 720 sooner than later, but being that we are past the BCH halving and the BTC halving, this is generally the time where we see the market as a whole take a lull, a period, a pause period, for at least a month, if not several months. So, and then just looking at the daily RSI again, it does look like it wants lower to go. Looking at the weekly RSI, it's pretty damn strong. To be completely fair, it's actually a pretty damn strong weekly RSI. We could stand to go lower. Let me see. Hold on. If I can pull this up. I mean, we could even go lower than these lows and still be fine, but we could go lower is all I'm trying to say. So don't be surprised by that. I hope you guys are all ready to buy some BCH on the cheap. It's looking like it's going to be provided, be available for the next month, if not longer. Now, I do think we'll find our low. If we haven't found our low already, I do think we'll find our low in the coming weeks, sometime this month of April. But that doesn't mean that I think we're just off to the races yet. Again, we probably will find our low soon. If we haven't already, we'll find it soon and then consolidate afterwards. Consolidation is boring. It's sideways moving. It's up and then down and then down and then up. You know, it's just kind of what's to be expected for the coming season, if you will. So that's all I got to say. If you guys liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. I will be back at home base in about a week's time from now, but for the time being, I'm just out on a boat in the middle of the ocean, so I won't be, the videos will be more like this, a little bit less professional, a little bit more direct, I should say, or at least I hope they're direct. And yeah, that's all I got to say. So take care, hit that like button, see you on the next one. Bye-bye.